Resign.
The ayes to the right, 272. The noes to the left, 285.
Defeated and humiliated, David Cameron immediately gave up the fight.
I strongly believe in the need for a tough response to the use of chemical weapons, but I also believe in respecting the will of this House of Commons. It is very clear tonight that while the House has not passed a motion, it is clear to me that the British Parliament, reflecting the views of the British people, does not want to see British military action. I get that, and the government will act accordingly.
Some 30 Conservative MPs and 9 Liberal Democrats voted against the government. And 2 Tory ministers missed the vote, claiming they didn't hear the division bell. You have inflicted a crushing blow on your Prime Minister and left him humiliated tonight.
Well, I certainly didn't try to leave him humiliated, and I don't think he is. I think standing up for a world where people don't use chemical weapons is enormously to his credit.
But senior cabinet ministers angrily turned on the rebels.
Emotions were running very high. I witnessed the Education Secretary Michael Gove berating fellow MPs from his side of the chamber who voted against the government, saying, "You're a disgrace, you're a disgrace."
The defeat means Mr Cameron's decision to return early from his holiday and recall Parliament has spectacularly backfired. Barely a day after Forces chiefs outlined options for missile attacks on Syria at a National Security Council meeting, the Defence Secretary said Britain would now not take part in any military action. Ed Miliband, accused of betrayal by senior Tories, also said a military response was now off the agenda.
The problem is that David Cameron was engaging in cavalier and reckless leadership. And it was cavalier and reckless leadership that was taking Britain potentially into war, without going through the United Nations, without putting the evidence properly before the British Parliament. And I think he should learn the lesson from this episode, that what Britain needs is calm and measured leadership, not the kind of leadership he's shown over this issue.
The British government!
And with public opinion strongly opposed to Britain's involvement in military action against Syria, even Tory MPs who backed the Prime Minister in the Commons accused him of mishandling the crisis.
Parliamentarians have all been brought back from across the 4 corners of the world. So they've not had a time to discuss it with the ministers or to be briefed. And they know their constituents have been very concerned. So I think that it was, I'm afraid, rushed.
Mr Cameron has time to reflect now, though, on how his plan to win MPs' backing for military action against Syria went so horribly wrong, and on how his position as Conservative Party leader has been badly weakened once again. John Craig, Sky News.